Welcome back, dear viewers. You're still watching The Breakfast Show live on Nile TV International, and it's now time for our second topic of discussion for today. And we're going to be talking about an Egyptian scientist that has won an award for his research in Egyptology at the American Research Center Conference, where his research was ranked third in the world, as it is based on the interpretation of the relationship between nutrition, public culture, health, and the nature of dealing with river water. And to shed more light, we're most delighted to be joined over the phone by Dr. Khalaf Shahat. Very good morning, doctor, and thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, and such a delight to be with you here.
The pleasure is all ours, Doctor. Doctor, first of all, can you please just walk us through your research and its importance and winning the award, of course?
Yes. First of all, I was interested in the wonderful preservation of food remains in Egypt and the plant remains in archaeological sites, different than many other sites in the world. For example, I analyzed a basket full of cumin that preserved its smell for thousands of years. So I started to look into the relationship between the diet and health in ancient Egypt and the quality of food in the past and now. So one of the interesting results is that the plants in the past was of higher quality in terms of being grown with water that reflects the best ways ancient Egyptians managed the Nile River, and also it reflects the climate and the soil fertility in ancient Egypt and the ways the ancient Egyptians had sustainable agriculture. So comparing the ancient plants and the modern ones, I realized that the modern plants lack a lot of the soil fertility that we have in the past. Also, the impact of climate change on the nutrition value of the plants differs, and this comes with impact on the health, of course.
Doctor, also, if you can elaborate on how can a loaf of bread from the reign of Hatshepsut lead to the warning of the Renaissance dam?
Right, that was actually like a title in the media, but what I worked on specifically, the loaf of bread is from the temple of Hatshepsut, is the beginning of my interest in the science of archaeobotany, combining archaeology and ancient plant study to understand the social history of ancient people. Like I do it in Egypt, Spain, and Italy. But to understand actually the sources of plants, how did they grow up, and the climate in the past and now, and whether these plants are Egyptian, grown with Nile water or imported and grown with different sources of water, I had to understand the Nile cycle. And I also tested this on other rivers as well. So what happened that is one of the initial results, or actually one of the major results, is that I found the dams impact the chemical balance of the river. Carbon and nitrogen and phosphorus has to be in a specific ratio. Also the oxygen isotopes, or the different form of oxygen, gets impacted. And this comes also with consequences on the life of life inside the river, the fish and other creatures, and also on the plants grown on this river. So you find evidence of increased aridity and decrease in the soil fertility that impacts the nutrition quality of the plants, and also comes with health impacts on the animals and humans fed on these France.
Dr. Amra, were there any other important findings in your research that you'd like to shed the light on?
So I would like to recommend on one of the things that I learned from the difference of food in the past and now. And I realized that ancient Egyptian diet benefited from first higher intake of fibers in their diet, and this enriched their immune system because your immune system is built on the health of the microbes or gut microbiota, and this is enriched by the quality of first by the fiber intake you have, and second by the large use of plants. So ancient Egyptians benefited from wild plants a lot in their nature. So eating from dates, dawn, and carob, which are very traditional fruits and very common in Upper Egypt and different places, but are declining from the how can I say? They are becoming less common on our food today.
Dr. Amr, we really appreciate your insight, and we wish you the best of luck. And thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Amr Khalaf Shahat, a specialist in the study of plant history at the University of California, Los Angeles. And dear viewers, and we move on to a quick break, and then we'll be back to resume the remaining segments of the Breakfast Show live on Nile TV International.